And then in the pineal gland, I picked the cosmos, which is the connection to your highest self, your pure consciousness, and the alignment of, again, this is like another directional one, and it's like the alignment of like, what is your soul here to learn in this life? Like, what are the lessons that your soul came in to learn in this life, and how, like, this specifically is about feeling the support of the universe for you having these lessons for the evolution of your soul. So that one's really fun too. These are some of the new collections, so I thought it would be fun to share them with you, and I knew you would feel them in. So I put together, I was thinking of a couple exercises to do for you on the Reformer and the Tower for your combo, and focusing on just thinking about your body and focusing on like a deep pelvic floor connection, and also nice chest expansion, and just also uplift of the core. So one of my favorite ways to start to get warmed up, because it's a little bit chilly here in the mornings, is I have 2 reds, 1 blue, and I'm gonna have the foot bar high. So you can take your hands back on to the shoulder rest, and your springs are new, so that might feel a little heavy. So you can always take it down to 2 reds or a red and a blue, because again, your springs are going to be nice and tight. Mine are a couple years old, so they're all a little bit loose, and just warming it up here. The other thing that you can do if your shoulders are really tight to reach that is to put the foam roller right here and put your hands on the foam roller. So I just like to do, I know that your hamstrings have a tendency to get a little bit tight from the Peloton and life, and just getting a nice deep stretch through the back of your legs to start. And then taking down, maybe going to a red and a blue, because you want to put your tush right at the very edge. And then heels together, toes apart on the bar. You're going to reach forward, lift the chest, inhale and exhale, connecting into the breath. And just go ahead and go in for a little footwork here. So as you exhale, you're going to pull the heels up and pull into the pelvic floor. So exhale, just thinking about bringing it right in. So the top is leaning forward, the shoulders are down your back. You can lift the arms. And we'll go for 3 and 1. You're going to hold them out. Go ahead and take your heels apart, and then you're going to pedal the legs with a nice breath. If you want to add a little arms, you can. Taking the hands behind the head, leaning back a little bit, feeling all the abdominal muscles engaging. And we'll go for 3 and 2 and 1, and then you're going to bring it forward. Go ahead and take the heels back together, toes are apart. You're going to lower and lift the heels. Now we're just going to add a side opening. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend the knees. And inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Think about, as you straighten the legs, squeezing the inner thigh, lengthen through the spine. So right there, even though you're twisting back, keep a nice length. One more each side. Last one. And stretch. So go ahead and take your hands. And that last part, I just had it on 1 red and 1 blue. So again, if your springs are tight, you could do it on just a red. And now I'm gonna add a green, a red, and a blue, and a ball. So take your legs over, I'm gonna roll down. You can have the headrest up or down, doesn't matter. And then just go ahead and bring the ball underneath your hips. So we're doing a little bit of footwork with your hips on the ball. Just bringing all of your awareness into the pelvic floor. Think about tracking the knees and the feet. Let the feet relax. Woo, slippery. Taking it down to the ball of the foot, nice and long. And 8, we're gonna go heels together, toes apart, letting the shoulders relax, gently pressing the arms down, feeling the side body. So keep a nice deep squeeze on the heels so you can feel your tush, but also as you press your arms out, I want you to feel the side body. This is gonna really help open your hips from the Peloton and from leaning over at work. And 1, woo! And then heels wide. So I want you to bring your thighs lined up with the knees and the feet are gonna be in. So a narrow, like a narrow squat. Again, pressing the arms down into the mat. If you want, you can bounce it out just to feel all the muscles wrapping. Get a nice little quiver and the abdominals. And pull it in. Bringing your legs back out. You're gonna inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Just getting that nice connection up into the center. Feeling the movement of the legs coming from core. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. One more each side. Go ahead and bring both feet down together, heels on. You're gonna squeeze the legs together, squeeze the arms in and down. Lengthen through the top of the head. Nice and long, just feel all the muscles spiraling your bones. And land. Okay, so you're gonna take the ball out just long enough to roll up to take the green off so you have just one red and one blue. But I want you to actually keep the ball underneath your hips for arm work because that's gonna help you keep the pelvic floor involved. So just think about sticking a ball or a foam roller. If you don't have a ball, you can always use a foam roller here too. Okay. So go ahead and take your arms down about halfway. You're gonna reach into the fingertips. The shoulder girdle is nice and open. Pull the ribs in, separate the clavicle bones, lengthen, and switch. So I just want you to feel the side body underneath the arms and the chest as you lower and lift each leg. So let the core completely activate here.
One more each side. So, as you add arm movement, you're not going to come all the way up because I don't want it to go into your shoulders, but I want you to come all the way down to the mat and press and lengthen. So think about this space here as being the space where you get to expand into the chest. So keep the chest expanded, resist coming up in, and pull it down. So you should feel your belly pretty strong here, but also your neck and your shoulders relaxing. If you want to add the legs, you can. Keep the core on. So if you add the legs and that takes you out of the core, just keep them up. And we're gonna go both out. Let the hands turn in. They're still down low. Lengthen. Inhale. And that nice long spine. So here I want you to feel your triceps, your lats, your obliques, inner thigh. Use the inner thigh to pull the legs in. Play around with the way your pinky fingers are angled. And land. Okay, so now your elbows are gonna squeeze in. You're gonna bend and straighten here for a little tricep. Keep the elbows pressing down into the mat. So this is gonna be more underneath the pectoralis and the high obliques, on the ribs and all the intercostal muscles. And then go ahead and take the legs up. You're gonna inhale, lower, exhale, lift for 8. Pressing the arms down, expanding the chest. Feel the muscles all around your ribs. So as soon as you feel the muscles in the abdomen start to let go, pull the legs back up. So stay in the range of motion that you're completely in connection with core. And 1. Okay, go ahead and take your feet, still on a red, one blue, feet in straps. Go ahead and press through the feet. Just feel it coming from your ribs right here, that uplift. Lengthen out through the top of your head. Squeeze the buttocks. Magnetize the legs together. Think about pulling up and down from here. Keep the tailbone pressing into the ball. And we're going to go into circles, and you're just going to go in one direction, all the way down, and reverse in between each circle. So there's no compensation patterns happening. One more time. And stretch. Let's go ahead and press on the top of your thighs. Lengthening through. Nice hip opener. And release. Okay, so take the headrest down. We're gonna do that little booty one that you love, where you go up. So, lengthening through the feet, rolling into short spine with a little added booty. So you're gonna come up, bend and straighten. If you wanna grab a hold onto the straps, you can. And rolling down. Go ahead and circling out. Take a nice deep stretch. And release. Hooking the knees, inhale. On the exhale, start with the chin. And lift, go ahead and go in for a roll-up series. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. A nice little trick to keep it out of the neck and shoulders is to just keep a gentle squeeze on the ball. So you're in the lats and obliques. Try not to pull on the knees, just let them hang. Squeezing the ball. So I want you to feel the chest expanding the whole time. Coming halfway. Squeeze the ball when you get to the side as you exhale. And release. If you want, you can just keep the ball in your ankles. You're going to come back, stretch. Stretch, and pause. Get a sip of water. I'll be right back.